and Coyote on his purple. Looking at our quick starts, and oh, look. Who wants an early 4?
All right, interesting start here already. Going over to the XP lane, getting leveled, especially up against Bigatron.
But glue
on half, especially up against Bigatron Alpha as well. It comes down to how
C games go. Oh, we don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that. No, Leo, bad. No, okay? That never happened.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
It's SPS time. Here we go. Game number 1 in the land of Dawn. And it's a counter mirror start. Zyda on his orange first. And Coyote on his purple. Looking at our quick starts. And oh, look. Who wants an early 4?
Ooh. All right, interesting start here already. Going over to the XP lane, getting level 2 now. JP, oh! A lot of damage placed onto him early on. They're trying to force a flicker out, but JP holds on, has that power of nature to get out.
Yep. Quick look at our emblems here. Oh no, is this? Yeah, possibly the most number of common emblems in a single team yet.
3. Claude, Grok, and the Uranus. Now, we have seen a lot of Claudes, well, all the Claudes, and a lot of Uranus, all the Uranus.
Some glue?
Grok. We haven't seen a lot of that, a common emblem Grok.
Sustainability is the key. Again, Grok is a tank that needs mana. Now wait, they oblige.
All the way under the tier 1. JP still holding on to the flicker, but now gets engaged on. The heavy spin takes him out. Few with first blood.
Minute and a half in, AP BREN finds a quick first blood up top, and this isn't going to bode well for that turtle take rate for Echo. And the matter of fact is they're continuing to bully. Outplayed.
We've been mentioning this a whole lot, man. Claude does good into the carry now, but when you have these many members up top, outplayed, forced to use a BMI, losing the entirety of the gold cannon minion. JP now caught in the midst. Another kill for Few as early as the first minute.
And this is going to be enough time for AP BREN actually make their way down through the map. What's going to happen here is Echo is going to read the room and say, you know what? This turtle isn't as free as we think it is. AP BREN making the call to send Coyote back into his purple and then come back all the way until the turtle. This is a delayed turtle take rate. A little bit more of a thing that was in a trend in mid-2022, and it's coming back now given how the meta is slowly going into a renaissance state. Real quick, something to note here, the fact that up top we got 2 kills off AP BREN. Akai still deals a ridiculous amount of mana. You just don't read it. Yeah, you just don't understand why, but that's just how Akai is. He was never touched, even in the post-patch meta.
I honestly really like Coyote's choice of emblem here, going for the concussive blast for a little bit more damage when he jumps in. And now we're seeing just a free turtle take here. There's no way Zyda can get here in time. That's going to be, oh, JP jumping in with a wild charge, but now stolen away. Heavy spin, locking them down. Few using the wild charge by himself as well. JP now taken out by the wild panda.
That's a 3rd death on JP. Good news is he's the roamer. He can afford it. Bad news is it's given AP BREN a 2,000 gold lead already. Oh, Zyda comes in!
I don't know about this, man. Sanford still able to survive with the consecration. Zyda in the midst right now. Top of the blaze used up. Flat TZ falls. Zyda will get taken out though. That's the Kung Fu and the panda.
They're playing with the economy. They're forcing out answers. And so far, Echo are clapping back. Echo are presenting a threat. It's not so easy. Nothing comes for free. But in the end, if this continues at this rate, AP BREN's gonna come out on top, not just in the laning stage, but even in the mid game, especially since we're looking at Super Marco on a carry. When it comes down to it, toe-to-toe, especially in the 9-10 minute mark, it's so difficult, especially when you're looking at damage like this!
Oh, wild charge comboed in with a rough waves, petrify from Sanji. Ogwen with a desperate minion's fury, trying to stop that from happening, but it still goes through. Few taken out. But back to the point, I agree with you. I think here, AP BREN, they've gotten a significant lead, and through their trio mid, they can push this even further. It's all about the trio mid for AP BREN.
Yep, and the reason why that was a win for Echo just then, and it stopped the ballooning of that lead up to 3,000, is because the trio mid was absent. For a second there, they were separated, and that's why now they're making up for it. Some lost time, presence in mid here, propping up for the second turtle take. Coyote, all right, forced Zyda with the retry.
Beautiful one. I mean, now 13 seconds for the turtle. It should be another freebie for AP BREN. They have a retry advantage and the heavy spin, it's automatically never a 50-50. And down below as well, this Paquito pick into a Uranus. Flapteasy understanding the situation, knowing Turtle's up top.
Oh, he's buying time. He's pinning down 4 members of Echo. He's saying, hey, if you're not going to answer me, then this is a free lane. And just the same, Echo finds it. They understand that we're not touching Turtle anyways. Let's make the most of this down bottom. First turret goes down, and then AP BREN makes up for it over at the Turtle. But wait,
Petrify, Rough Waves, Wild Charge, everything thrown at Flapteasy, taking him out even though he's under the tier 2.
all right, you know what? That last sequence, win for Echo. They made more economic damage there, but wait, they come up to mid.
They've used a lot of resources here. Flapteasy is going to be able to walk out of this one easy peasy. AP BREN taking a turret up top, trading. You're never going to see AP BREN just get beaten in these trades, these 50-50s.
Yep, delayed response here, but then all the while, AP BREN still chalked it up to a return anyways, right? They got to push up top. Now they're picking a fight in mid, terrifying Sanford. No one home. They're looking for an angle here. Heavy spin online. All ults up for AP BREN.
Grouping up very early on, few dodging away from the breath of the ocean. Meanwhile, Flapteasy trying to go for this purple buff. Walks in range, side up. Beautiful retribution to secure it. Could have been a very disastrous steal for Echo, but they still hold on.
And that's what's important here. The fact that Echo in the post-laning phase understand the dynamics that, hey, they're going to start taking what we have and start trying to isolate us, and now Sanford pops his Purify.
Even with the Purify, still pinned down for a bit, but it is a very tanky Uranus with Brave Smite. Pops into Consecration, gets out. A bit more pressure down for AP BREN, but Echo, again, are still holding on. Now, the question I want to ask you now is Echo trying to just weather out the storm, waiting for those power spikes to finally hit?
And the answer that you're looking for is yes. They have a Claw that needs to farm. They have a Ling that needs to farm. And I think it's down to AP BREN to actually pick up the pace. This is one of the few times that they can actually bully Echo. Because when we do hit the post-late game phase, I'm looking at 14, 15 minutes. If Echo isn't put down under, Echo's going to take control. If anything, Echo can actually just snap into position at the First Lord if AP BREN don't take them down harder. So now it's up to AP BREN. I'm wondering if they're going to get lost in that craze, if they're going to get lost in their own aggression.
Let's see though, because Super Marco, that late game entrance for BREN as well, is about to hit that item power spike. Very close to the 3-item power spike. Ogwen jumps in, heavy spin from Flapteasy, free turtle over to AP BREN. 4-3 in kills, very close, but in the neutral objective game, it is all BREN.
Yep. But then again, it still holds true, right? Even if it seems like AP BREN is so far ahead, you have to respect the fact that Echo are just ramping up to an eventual power spike. It's delayed gratification here for Echo. They might seem like they're not doing much now, but wait, they find a wild charge!
Oh, in the back, Ogwen with the Mutant's Fury gets outplayed out, and the damage is not going to be enough. That's also a wild charge. Flapteasy now in the midst. Zyda able to escape. That's a defensive blazing duet, but Flap just punches through everyone to find JP.
And here, it's evident that JP doesn't have enough items yet. Again, now Echo's feeling the effects of him getting beat down in the early game. 4 deaths even before the 6-7 minute mark. So now, JP has to understand that, yeah, I have to do better at protecting myself.
Wow.
Whoa! The heavy spin displaces Sanji. So yeah, again, here in the mid to late game, this is the ramp up. Echo have to be careful. Now it's come to the point wherein they only have 1 tier 2 left.
Even here, man, I mean, Zyda is trying to just look for scraps on the map. Good damage on the Flapteasy, though. No heavy spin. They understand it. They want to punish it. Kyle's still able to survive, though. Tempest Blaze used up. Kyle gets out. The blazing duet from outplay, but there's no way he'll take these frontliners down.
And there you'll see all the space that has been bought for AP BREN, specifically for Super Marco. No deaths, 1 kill, and just barreling forward in gold earned. This is as funnel as it gets. He is 2,000 gold ahead of his closest rival in Zyda. So yeah, Miracle, you mentioned how he's going for scraps. Still pretty good scraps, and now it's
team is behind, and now you get the same feeling. Flapteasy all throughout this game has been dominating, but look who has the level lead. It's Zyda. again in game number 1 up against BREN, AP BREN.
He just knows how to use space. He just knows how to use his hero's kit. Between an Akai and a Ling, even with the Akai ahead, even with Kyle TZ calling the shots most times when they go into team fights, Zaida knows that, all right, we have been losing all of these early to mid-game engagements. Let me focus on what I can do. And that's taking turrets and pushing waves wherein you're not there. You have to come get me, not the other way around. So that's why Echo are keeping this lead as tight as possible. Barely 5K, 6K now at 10 minutes and a half with the Lords marching through. But it's getting smaller. The space that Zaida can actually find and build up a farm for himself is getting so much smaller.
Oh, Sanji displaced once again by the heavy spin. Good disengage from Kyle TZ. Stanford now walking in JP with a wild charge to the back, but it gets melted down.
Oh.
The Midnight Fury connects, and that's another follow-up in the backflap. TZ dealing damage to Marco without a flicker, not even using the Purify.
Like
Takes Sanji and JP out.
Like a trampoline that looked like. The fact that BREN are so far ahead now, they've gotten an 8,000 gold lead inside the base. It's just outplayed in Zaida.
It might be over just here, 11 minutes in, outplayed. Wow, one splash of damage, and it takes all of his HP out. Now the base wide open, they're gonna go for it. 11 minutes.
AP BREN are rushing this. Is that the fastest game we've had all day today?
Yeah, it's a speed run by AP BREN.
I wasn't ready to call it just yet.